is the US-China relationship. And this is obviously of direct concern, immediate concern for Japan as well, and for East Asia, but it's of concern for the whole world. This heightening of tensions between the US and China is often attributed, again, to China's provocations. But I think that this is too simple an explanation. What we have here is an escalation of tensions because the major powers, the two most powerful countries in the world, the US and China, are not speaking with each other. Now, I've watched this deterioration of relations between the US and China during the last 7 to 8 years. And once again, I attribute a significant part of this not to China's actions, but to American actions. The United States has a very hard time accepting China's economic and technological success, which is a human success as well as a national success, because what China succeeded in doing, using, by the way, lessons and strategies that Japan had developed already back to the Meiji Restoration, and then again after World War II, and with the decade of development under Prime Minister Ikeda, when Japanese income doubled within the decade, China followed in that path with 40 years of rapid economic development that brought 1 billion people out of poverty. And we should be hailing this achievement as a great success of China and as a great success for humanity. But instead, in the United States, it came to be viewed as a direct threat to American hegemony, to American predominance, because the United States is not satisfied with being one power among many. The United States insists on being the most powerful. And so the rise of China was viewed as a threat, not as a success. And already several years ago, the United States began a campaign to try to contain China, to try to smash China's success in technology, to try to break Chinese companies like Huawei by making charges that were, in my opinion, absolutely unverified about Huawei being security risks and so forth. But the idea was that the United States took measures to try to stop China's technological advance. This year, under President Biden, those measures were further intensified to actually stop the export of the advanced microchips needed, for example, for 5G systems. Well, this is not conducive to peace. This is a kind of economic warfare that is extraordinarily dangerous. And in my opinion, the United States also has acted with further provocation by undermining the basic agreement of the one China policy that dates back to the normalization of relations between the US and China in the 1970s. The Biden administration is taking every opportunity to feature its close ties with Taiwan as a matter of course, asking for Taiwan's participation in this place and in this institution. But this is direct provocation, an unnecessary provocation to China. And then we wonder why the tensions are rising. And I believe that we need to stop this kind of provocation if we are going to have any kind of safety. Now, with the conflict in Ukraine, we're looking to China. Will China join the US sanctions? If not, we'll sanction China goes the story in our press. How many fronts of confrontation do we really want to provoke right now? And that, I think, is a huge question for the safety of the world.